What happened?
The moment that changed everything, it
Mhm.
was right after COVID. And I was the owner of an aerial yoga studio.
Mhm.
And because of COVID, we had closed. Coincidentally, I was also 8 months pregnant at the time. So that was 2020. And here we are, 2021. We're just starting to reopen. The baby was my fifth baby. And the other two were doing virtual schooling, for those who remember the craziness of virtual schooling during COVID. And I just knew I couldn't do it all. I had a newborn baby. I had a studio to reopen. I had kids to homeschool. And to be quite frank, I had a husband that I knew I could not depend on
Mm.
to support me in any of it. So I had sent my kids down to be with my mom, the older ones, so that she could handle the virtual schooling for me and I could focus on the baby and the little kids. So I was getting ready for class one day. My phone rang. I picked it up and it was my mom. And she's like, "Are you alone?" And I was like,
Mm-mm.
"No, mom, I'm always with the kids and somebody, right? I'm not alone." She's like,
Moms
"You
are
need
never
to go,
alone.
right? You need to go find a spot to be alone because I'm going to tell you something that's about to change your life." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She told me that my oldest daughter had disclosed to her that my husband of 10 years, the man that I had 5 children with, was molesting our oldest daughter.
Mm.
And the details that she gave me were so specific and so clear that
That's scary.
yes, it only took moments for me to be like, this isn't bullshit. She's
No
not lying,
doubts.
and I'm going to believe her.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, well, what do you do? Like, you must have just imploded in that moment. I know for myself, I think I would have just broken right down and I don't know that I would have been able to I don't know what I would have done, to be fair. So what would it like did you go into rage? Did you go into shock? What happened?
I went into mom mode.
Oh, good.
I told my mom I needed to hang up the phone
Mhm.
and that I needed to get myself off of the property before I did something that I was going to regret.
Good job.
And that's what I did. I had the three little girls in the living room. So I scooped them up and I didn't really say anything to them, I don't think. I just put them in the back of the van or the truck. And my husband was like on his phone and he kind of like looked up and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I have to run to the studio really quick."
Mm.
And I buckled in the kids. I got in the car and I remember I was starting to back up. I don't know if I've ever told this story publicly. I started to back up out of the driveway and I turned around to start to go forward and I looked up and he flashed, "I love you," the sign, "I love you," which was like our family thing. And I flipped him off in return
Oh.
because then it was just like everything's like the rage started to flood in that moment.
Um,
And
to
my
be
first
fair,
thought was I had to
you did
protect the
good.
kid.
Yeah, like I'm
The
thinking
second thought
you did
was
way better than I would have done.
I want to drive this truck right through you, but I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't.
Yep. Yep. That would have been my thought right there. It's like I'm driving through you, but you did very good in controlling yourself. So, wow.